Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving into a fascinating explainer of an ancient text that honestly reads like a modern suspense thriller. We're unpacking the story of Pukkusati. It's an absolutely incredible narrative packed with dramatic irony, unwavering faith, a truly shocking twist, and the ultimate search for truth. It's got so much to teach us about life, perception, and what literally matters most in the end. So, let's just jump right into it.
I want you to imagine something for a second. Imagine dedicating your entire life to someone. You study their teachings every single day, you completely revere their philosophy, and you literally shape your entire existence around their guidance. But there's a catch. You've never actually seen their face. Now imagine one quiet evening, you sit down in the dark, right next to that exact person, and you are completely unaware of who they are. What would you even say? How would you act? Well, that is the exact situation our protagonist finds himself in today.
Let's start with Section 1, the chance encounter.
The whole setup for our story happens on this quiet, really unassuming night. The Buddha, who is arguably the universe's greatest teacher, is traveling to the city of Rajagaha. He needs a place to crash, right? So he approaches a local potter named Bhagava and just humbly asks for shelter in his workspace. But the potter lets him know that another ascetic, a monk named Pukkusati, is already staying there for the night. And here's the amazing part. The Buddha doesn't pull rank or demand special treatment. He just asks if it's okay to share the quiet space with this other monk.
Moving on to Section 2, the unrecognized master.
Okay, so when the Buddha asks to share the space, Pukkusati graciously agrees, but he does so by calling the Buddha a Vuso. Now, in the context of that time, this is a super casual greeting. It basically just means friend or buddy. Pukkusati is being perfectly polite, but there is this brilliant, almost comedic irony going on here. He is casually permitting the fully enlightened Buddha to just sleep on the floor next to him, 100% convinced that this guy is just some other wandering ascetic.
So they're sitting there meditating deep into the night, and the Buddha asks Pukkusati a really simple question. He says, "Who is your teacher? Whose doctrine do you actually follow?" And Pukkusati just lights up. He proudly and passionately declares that his teacher is the Blessed One, the Buddha. He goes on this glowing rant about how his master is absolutely perfect in knowledge and conduct. I mean, he is literally raving about the sheer greatness of the Buddha directly to the Buddha's face, completely oblivious.
The dramatic irony here is just stunning. Pukkusati naturally assumes his master is this grand, distant figure living far away in the magnificent city of Savatthi. He expects greatness to look a very specific way. He has absolutely no idea that the very man he practically worships is sitting quietly, totally unassumingly, right next to him in a dusty potter's shed. It's such a powerful reminder for us, you know? How often do we look for greatness far away and completely miss the profound truth sitting right beside us?
This brings us to Section 3, the revealing sermon.
Hearing all this intense devotion, the Buddha realizes, okay, the time has come to reveal the truth. But he doesn't do it with some grand physical gesture or a big dramatic display. He just simply says, "Listen carefully, I will teach you the Dhamma." And sitting right there in the dark, the Buddha begins to preach the Dhatu Vibhanga Sutta. He uses the profound truth of his own teachings to slowly open the young monk's eyes.
As these words wash over Pukkusati, this massive internal shift takes place. Just by hearing this sermon, Pukkusati's mind instantly achieves the state of anagami, which translates to non-returner. To put that into perspective, this is a highly advanced stage of enlightenment where a person completely overcomes sensory desires and anger, which means they will never be reborn in the human realm again. And in that precise, breathtaking moment of clarity, the whole illusion shatters. Pukkusati finally realizes exactly who has been speaking to him this whole night.
Which leads us to Section 4, the incomplete requisites. Overcome with emotion, Pukkusati immediately throws himself at the Buddha's feet. He is deeply, deeply apologizing for his casual remarks earlier, calling him friend and treating him like a regular guy. He suddenly realizes the sheer magnitude of his ignorance. But the Buddha, showing immense compassion, just waves the apology away. He forgives the innocent mistake completely. Overjoyed and spiritually awakened, Pukkusati eagerly begs the Buddha for formal, full ordination as a monk.
But we hit a procedural hurdle here. The rules for full ordination are incredibly strict. A monk absolutely must have an alms bowl and a complete set of robes, and Pukkusati just doesn't have them with him. The Buddha explains that he cannot formally ordain him without these complete requisites. So, driven by this intense newfound enlightenment, Pukkusati agrees to go find them. He leaves the quiet, safe little bubble of the potter's house and steps out into the world.
Now we hit Section 5, a tragic twist.
What happens next is a shockingly rapid and brutal escalation of events that perfectly mirrors the unpredictable nature of life itself. Think about it. Pukkusati has just achieved profound enlightenment. He knows exactly what he needs to do. He steps out onto the street to find his alms bowl, and before he can fulfill his ultimate goal, he is suddenly and fatally attacked by a protective cow on the street. I know, it's wild. In a matter of mere moments, his physical journey is violently, abruptly cut short.
Section 6. Ultimate Spiritual Liberation.
I know that sounds like an incredibly dark tragedy, right? But the text actually offers a profoundly victorious philosophical resolution. Because Pukkusati had achieved the state of anagami just moments before his death, his spiritual progress was locked in. It couldn't be taken away. He is instantly reborn in the highest heavenly realms where he attains parinivarna, which is ultimate liberation. So despite the really violent end to his physical body, his mind was saved and he achieved ultimate freedom, never to return to this world of suffering.
So what do we actually take away from this incredible ancient narrative? Well, first, truth and greatness are rarely about grand physical appearances or distant, idealized locations. A lot of the time, they are quietly sitting right next to us. Second, life is startlingly unpredictable. Everything can change, or just end, in a single second. And finally, any genuine effort you put into your own spiritual or mental progress, it's never wasted. It is quite literally the only thing you truly carry forward.
As we wrap up our explainer today, I really want to leave you with a profound thought to reflect on. If your journey ended today, suddenly, without any warning at all, just like Pukkusati's, what state would your mind be in? Are you holding on to things that really just don't matter? Or have you cultivated a mind that is truly free? Take some time to think about that. Thank you so much for joining me to explore this incredible story today.